Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Cop Talk. It's all about Cop Talk each and every Thursday. Place to be right here, 10 to when you say when, man. Yeah, that's how we do. Good evening, Story Bad. How you doing, my brother?
Good evening, good evening. I'm fine. Good to be back this week. I have to apologize to you, Artie. I had some technical gremlins last week. Got the best of me, so wasn't able to participate in the show last week. But I'm back here. Look forward to this evening's show.
Okay, yeah, I thought you was doing a mime last week, man. All we could see was
it was annoying, frustrating, man. Frustrating. It's all good though.
No worries, man. No worries. And just before we do go any further, just to remind everybody that this Sunday, the 7th of May, it is all about Cop Talk podcast versus the Man United podcast, taking place down at Rayners Lane. That's Thai Farm. 3:00 kickoff. It's a 45-minute run out, peoples, and it's all in a good cause. The cup that will be presented to the winners will be named the Lemsip Cup, the Juxi Cup, and the RJ Cup, and that's after three brothers that we know who Liverpool supporters have passed away. Yeah, so in honor of their memories, we've decided to name the cup after them three man there. So yeah, if you can come down and show your support, it'll be great. Do remember there's two other big games going on that day as well. So yeah, come down, man. Make a family day of it. Be a good day down at Rayners Lane. 3:00 kickoff for the big game anyway. Man United versus Liverpool. Yeah, great. Can't wait. I can't wait for that. So you ready for that?
Listen, I'm definitely up for that. I think I've probably had the advantage of being able to communicate directly with Mr. B from the Man United agenda. So I'm aware of the squad that they're attempting to put into place. They're looking forward to it as much as we are. So as I said, I think it's going to be a beautiful occasion for everybody from the show to see each other in real life and obviously meet up with everybody from the Man United agenda. I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Lovely. Prince, you looking forward to Sunday, mate?
Oh, mate, my knees are looking forward to it. My hips are looking forward to it. I mean, yeah, can't you see the enthusiasm on my face? No, of course I am looking forward to it. I'm going to be looking forward to it for the first 5-10 minutes, and after that, it's going to be a hard graft, boy.
You're in goal, bro. You ain't got no running to do.
Hey, listen, I'm not even going to respond to that comment. Thank you very much.
You all right, mate? You just stand between the sticks. Every now and again,
I like to see you outfield players do the sort of work and preparation that goalkeepers have to go through.
Light work, man. Light work. Anyway, let's crack on quickly, right? So we have to touch on the Tottenham result first.
It was a comedy, mate.
Oh my days.
Big time.
It was an absolute comedy.
3-0 up, boys. 3-0 up.
I think that's like sums up our season, really, doesn't it?
All right. So, like I said, we're going to touch on this briefly. So, gentlemen, let's give this a quick 10 minutes. Now, the first question I'm going to ask them. So, 3-0 up. Did we all of a sudden turn that bad, or did they turn that good? So come back to 3-0.
I think it was the first point that you actually made there. It was such a strange thing. I know we went up 3-0 so quickly, and I've got some friends that obviously support Spurs. One of them is Don P, who's part of the Paxton Road. So we were kind of communicating with each other as well. And even when we were up at 3-0, I kept saying to him, watch your space. I said, it's not over. And I think the comments that they were saying to me is, you're 3-0 up at home against Tottenham. That's cruise mode. Do you know what? We know our club very well, gents, because I knew it wasn't plain sailing. And I don't know, it was a strange one. Was it too easy? Were we complacent? Did we underestimate Tottenham? I don't think we did, because if you look at some of their previous games, they actually come back quite strong in the second half. But it was a very, very, very strange game. But it was also a mirror image of what Liverpool have been like this season. And that's unpredictable.
Very, very true. Preds.
Yeah, you know what? If any game highlighted how far our performances have dropped, that was the one. Because back in the day, and I say back in the day, a few seasons ago, we would have been ruthless. We would have been cutthroat. We would have just kept going and going and going. Like, we're not a team that's gonna hold on possession, and because we get nervy. The confidence is not sky high. And what happened is that we presented Spurs with opportunity, which at this level you expect a team like that with players that they have to take those opportunities, which they did. And whether it got too easy, whether we ran out of ideas, whether the players got complacent, it just wasn't for what we want, what Liverpool need to be. That situation shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, I hear that, but you know what? I can't see how we could run out of ideas because you just keep doing what you've done to get you 3-0 up. As far as I'm concerned,
yeah.
You just keep doing that, don't you?
Yeah, but we stopped though. We just kept. We started getting. What happened was even at 3-0 down, we gave Spurs encouragement. And by doing that, we tried to play out from the back, and Ali's taking his time. He's passing it forward to Fabinho. Fabs has got players on him. He looks uncertain with his back towards a player coming on. It just looked nervy and then obviously Spurs came in, pressed a little bit more because they smelt that. Look, if we can get one, you know what I mean? Who says we can't get 2 or 3? Game on.
So the big talking point quickly, because like I said, we can't stay too long on this. We've got to talk about Fulham as well. So the big talking point was, should Jota have still been on the pitch? This is the big talking point.
You see. Remember, I think a few seasons ago, when Mane was still playing for us, on Edison as well. Was on Edison? Remember that incident, and he got sent off quite quickly.
Yep.
That incident happened so quickly. Was it Skip? It was Skip. This incident, wasn't it? It happened so quickly. I mean, it's only afterwards that it was registering, rightly so, and people were speaking about the injury to Skip's head, XYZ and everything. I don't know whether I was watching it with my Liverpool rose-tinted glasses on, but I just thought, okay, Jota's foot's up, Skip's head's down, he's been hit, let's get on with it. And maybe I shouldn't have looked at it like that, but I don't know whether because Tottenham were getting in the game, I don't know whether I'd kind of brushed over that incident, but I just looked at it and think, all right, let's just get on with it. Maybe that was the wrong decision I should have had, but I just didn't think too much of it.
I think the referee dealt with it.
Sorry, Preds. Stoney. Do you think it was a red though for you?
No.
Okay, Preds.
No, it wasn't a red. I think if anything, the referee done quite well in dealing with it. The yellow card. But at the end of the day, I think Jota's eyes were only on the ball. Skip's committed, and so you got 2 committed players. And it was like, look, it was high feet, and people say, well, it wasn't intentional. And you got the Spurs supporters who were saying, well, look, it doesn't matter whether it's intentional or not, it's a high foot. Whereas Liverpool supporters saying, well, look, it was a high foot, but it wasn't intentional. There was no malice towards it. So, for me, as a Liverpool supporter, listen, referee dealt with it sufficiently. Happy days, we moved on.
Me personally, I think we were very lucky that he stayed on the pitch, because once you put your foot up there at that height, you're giving the referee an easy decision. Because if the referee calls it a red, you can't really argue.
I agree with you, but also I agree with you on that, Artie. But also I agree with Preds in that moment where it happened so quickly. Jota's eyes are only on the ball, so Jota's got every right to go for it with his foot, and Skip's got every right to defend that ball with his head. But I agree with you. By the letter of the law, it should have been a red card. But no, and maybe Spurs fans are probably going to be a little bit more grieved by it because it was Jota who actually scored a winning goal.
Of course they are, a little bit. Yeah. Bro, they're seething, bro.
But this is what I tell my mates who Spurs mates. They're like, my brother's a Spurs fan. That's what I tell him. Don't blame the referee. Blame Mora.
Yeah,
Mora's
exactly.
Moore's the one who played in Jota.
You got an assist for that, didn't you?
Yeah. But you know what, Lee? You know what, chaps, right? Furthermore, people have been talking about Jota's incident and XYZ, but then it's actually papered over. It's actually pushed under the carpet. The tackle that Skip made on the...
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, that's true.
So I was coming to that. No, we ain't forgetting that at all.
All right.
Do you think that one was a red then?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually forgot about that situation as well.
And
So you're
Stoney,
right.
you think that one was a red?
Yeah, definitely. Swings and roundabouts in this as well,
Oh
isn't it?
my days, gentlemen, I can definitely see you not watching this with Liverpool tinted glasses, man.
That's what I'm saying to you, Artie.
Because
That's what my
what you have
problem
to think
is.
about it as well is that he actually did get a little touch on the ball, and then it was a follow through.
And
So then,
look
how
where the
can you
follow through went
justify that
through.
one as being a red, but not Jota's?
Mm.
Because I'm a Liverpool fan and Jota,
For
I
me,
don't want Jota to get
no.
sent off.
For me, no bias. Now I'd have to say, you know what? I'd probably have to say both of them.
Okay. Both of them what? Just yellows?
Both of them are reds for me.
Okay.
They could both go.
Mm.
They could both go because what? Right, they're saying that. All right, you got to touch the ball, but still, you know what the letter of the law is that are being in control though.
Okay.
And you weren't in
Of your
control.
body. Still, it doesn't matter. You've put yourself out of control. You could cause an injury, and that's what very nearly what he did basically because he couldn't control himself.
But then that's what you say. Well, if you say talking about controlling yourself, I mean that's probably why I think Jota's wasn't a red card because it wasn't like he was out of control. It was a bouncing ball, a standing bouncing ball. It bounced up, and he actually his high leg he actually got from a standing start, not a running jump. You know, so
Bro, this is not kung fu, bro.
it's not. But the guy's got agility. What are you going to do?
This is not kung fu.
You sound like Martin Tyler there. RT, be careful. You might get a red card.
Your foot's up here, bro. Come on. Stud showing. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's all swings and roundabouts. It's all swings and roundabouts. At the end of the day, it's all about the result, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good evening, VW. VW. We're just gonna say quickly and put in your comments. Was it 2 red cards on against Tottenham Hotspurs, mate? Should Jota have got a red card? Should Skip have got a red card? How do you see them challenges, VW? Let's see what he says now. Let's see what he says. So we got the 3 points against Spurs, lads. Down in London.
Just about that, Archie. Remember, Son hit the post twice, you know.
Yeah, I know. But
well, 3 times if you include the other one, 3 times.
Yes.
The best part for me, the sweetest part for me, obviously, was Richarlison, man.
Mate.
Gotta love him.
Oh, mate. You know when there's
absolutely brilliant.
I don't know if the viewers can join in with me, guys, on YouTube can kind of join in with the fact that was the one time I wanted to dive into that TV. And when you talk about kung fu kick somebody, yeah, I want to do a Cantona kung fu right in it.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah.
Gracious.
He's just that guy. He's just that guy you got to love to hate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't love the guy. I just hate him.
Somebody actually said, though, they reckon that he will do better if Harry Kane leaves and he's the main guy.
Who would do better? Richarlison?
Yeah. They reckon he'll do better if Harry Kane leaves and he's the main guy.
Okay. I think that would be interesting to see. I think the role that Richarlison's playing for Brazil is quite important. He was almost the focal point before he actually left Everton as well. It'd be interesting to see whether he can carry that weight on his shoulders. I mean, they paid quite a handsome fee for him there. So
about 60 mil.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll probably find out. It may be quite an important summer for Spurs if Harry Kane moves on. So yeah, we'll see how Richarlison manages that.
I would love to hear a Spurs fan's opinion on that because I don't know what they think about Richarlison at the moment. But I mean, you know, every time, what is it? I saw a stat the other day. Like he scored every time he scored a goal, it's being disallowed, and he's got a yellow card because he's taking his shirt off.
Yeah,
and he's like every single goal he's had, apart from obviously every other goal he's been disallowed. The one he scored against us, obviously, and then he got a yellow card. But then, obviously, Jota then ended up scoring at the other end. So good.
Yeah, of course.
Good.
And then see, VW says, yeah, we were lucky. If Jota was on the other end, we'd be going mad.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
100%. And yeah, I have seen it, Vinny. Trust me, mate. I have seen it. You need to see Expressions Uzi's reaction to the equalizer and our fourth. It's one of the best things on the internet ever. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
no, I've seen it. No,
Oh my! You need to check it out. You need to check it. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever see, man.
what is it? Sorry, what
I
is
thought
it?
he was gonna have a heart attack.
yeah,
I actually thought he was going to have a heart attack. Seriously.
Who's that? Who's that then?
Expressions.
Oh,
expressions.
Expressions.
Tottenham fan. Yeah, Tottenham fan.
Oh, okay.
Is live stream. Oh, I tell you next. Oh, the reaction is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Crying. Absolutely crying, mate. Big Teach. Good evening, sir. How you doing, man? Nice to have you on board, Big Teach. Good evening, Bingy. Nice to have you on board, sir. Nice to have you on board. So, Teach, we'll ask you and we'll ask Bingy as we continue. Should it have been a red card for Jota on Skip? And should it have been a red card for Skip on Luis Diaz? Let us know in your comments, gentlemen. Let us know in the comments.
Oh, interesting.
So, quickly then, before we move on, who was your man of the match for the Tottenham game?
Oh gosh, because everything kind of changed quite quickly in that game as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems so long ago as well, didn't it?
You know, I'm going to be biased on this. I'm going to go for Luis Diaz. I'm going to go for Luis Diaz. He managed to come back. He played just over an hour, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
For us in that game. He's come back. He scored after 5 minutes after an assist from Gapco, and he put in a nice shift for us. So yeah, for me, my man of match was Luis Diaz.
Okay. Preds?
Gakpo done all right. Fabinho done okay, a lot better. But I think I'm going to have to go with, it's between Gakpo and Diaz, and I'm going to let my heart rule my head and say Diaz.
Okay. Okay. I'd agree. T says he don't care.
That's what I'm saying, Teach. Don't care about it.
Yeah. He said fire for Spurs. Yeah, mate. As long as you got the 3 points, mate, you don't care. I hear that, man. I'm feeling that. Anyway, gentlemen, we move on. Another London club decided to come up to Anfield, and we owed them one because they done us earlier in the season. This time it's Fulham. But what I ask, what did you think of Klopp dropping Robertson, dropping Gakpo as well?
Yeah, go ahead, Prince.
And Jota.
The Jota one, I think we spoke last week and we said maybe that Jota game last week was probably one game too many for him, seeing as he's coming back to injury. So I kind of understand that one. Look, Tsimikas can do a job, and I mean when you're bringing on Robinson in the latter part of the game, then that's only going to strengthen us in that part of the game as well. So I wasn't quite concerned. If I would have been more concerned if Robinson wasn't on the bench, and if Jota wasn't available to come on, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But he's got a squad. He's got to utilise the squad as best as possible. And Liverpool have been playing quite a few games in a short space of time as well. So, whatever he done it, and it worked.
What did you think, Stoney?
Yeah, I can only mirror image what Preds has said there as well. I think the one thing that we've mentioned, especially this season, and it's probably been prior to that tactical change, is about us not having as much players available as a squad, and what it would be like when the majority of the players are able to return back to match fitness, what that would actually look like. And I think bar Thiago, I know the injury happened after the Fulham game. The majority of the squad are actually back there, and I think the way that Klopp's actually managed that minutes-wise for those players, I think it's actually worked quite well. So yeah, I didn't read too much into it. I think usually when Tsimikas usually plays over Robinson is not too much of a drop-off. So no, I wasn't heavily concerned. I think I was happy that Tsimikas managed to get a start. I was happy that they kind of changed it because Diaz started on the left, Gakpo didn't start, Nunes started in the middle, isn't it? And on that left-hand side, Curtis Jones continued to play over that side, where I think he's actually played all right these last few games. I haven't really spoken too highly of him over the last 2 years. So anybody that's tuned into the show knows I'm not his best fan. But guess what? I'm eating some humble pie at the moment because he's actually put in quite a few positive performances and probably been getting sevens. So it's good that I'm not a manager. It's good that I'm not a coach. And Klopp is. So
what did one of our colleagues, our Cop Talk colleagues, called them a stripper, isn't it?
Yeah. That's KB.
Okay.
That's KB.
yeah.
That's KB. That's got KB written all over it.
But this stripper's been getting some ones though, because I've been doing all right these last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So the keeper says Skip shouldn't have been on the field. And Vinny goes on to say that, to be honest, I don't think we had a man of the match. The second half was murder. Bingy says that no, Jota was looking at the ball, not the player. So for me, yellow was the right decision. And yes, Skip should have seen red. He could have broke his ankle. Big shouts goes out to Mr. Leon B. Nice to have you on board, sir. Oh, that's Mr. R&B. Sorry, I can't be on, but I'm tuning in. Please like and share. I like that. Even when he's not here, I like that. Yeah, man, that's what I like. Share the love, man.
He's eating in peace this week.
Next few games, we will get top 4.
You're right. Did you hear the Man United had
lost
their
in the 94th minute?
Yeah,
they lost.
McAllister scored a penalty.
They got a penalty.
Oh,
Right, penalty and beaten 1-0.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. You're going to talk about him as well.
So yeah, lovely jubbly, mate. Lovely jubbly. Dish out some more confidence to them on Sunday as well.
He's paying off his potential transfer fee already.
Lovely jubbly.
You heard it first here on Cop Talk.
Okay. Yeah, we just have to make sure that we keep winning. So we got five wins back to back, lads. First time we've done anything like that for the season, man.
Yeah.
Why have we waited so late in the season to do this, man? It's late. It's going to be agonizing now if we just miss out on top 4.
Well, I mean, got to be honest, right? It doesn't take a rocket science to gather that since we've made that tactical switch with Trent coming inside now and playing, and the back three, well, we're almost kind of being a back three. It's kind of reducing a little bit. Well, you'd think it's going to reduce Robertson, but it doesn't seem like it does. So, yeah, it's no coincidence that that little tweak has benefited us.
But why wait so long to make the tweak?
Do you know what Klopp was mentioning, and that's a really good question. I think one of it was to do with the amount of players that were coming back to match fitness, but also I think he was saying that he managed to make that tactical change. I think there was a period of 7 days where Klopp said he managed to have the players available.
Oh, available for training.
Yeah, so I think he was saying it's the first time this season that he's managed to do it. And I've kind of looked at the other side, probably have to give him credit for that as well, that he's been able to make that tactical change mid-season. So, you know, we
mid-season?
Well, all right, and then latter stages happen from April then, all right? April.
Mid-season, you know.
I know, all right, latter stages. But if you think of it, that kind of came on the end, as he said, after Madrid beat us and after City beat us. So as much as we've had, was it 5 games unbeaten, you said?
Yeah, five wins. 5
wins. And prior to that, 2 draws. Because remember, we drew against Arsenal 2-2 and drew against Chelsea before that as well.
Yeah.
So that's 7 games unbeaten then, if you think of it. Yeah. So, listen, it's just a positive for me as well anyway, because, we were speaking a little while back when we were sitting down in 9th and 10th, and that wasn't a happy place. So, something's worked anyway.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. But like I said, it's still going to be very painful if we just miss out, man. Because you're just thinking to ourselves, especially you think about Forest, Leeds. You're just like, oh man, Bournemouth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we are where we are. I think we're 5th at the moment. Some points behind Man United, but as I said, with Brighton winning today, they still got 2 games in hand on us as well.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I know.
We still have to be looking over our shoulder.
So, something somebody said, and even now, Motaz has just said something similar as well. He said, if Trent stays in midfield, we won't get a midfielder in the summer. That's how FSG will look at it. So somebody else in one of my groups said to me as well that now that Jones is shining, Klopp might say, look, we only need one more midfielder now. He's got Jones, he's got Bajcetic to come back. He might have found a new spot for Trent. He might not be looking to bring in 2 or 3 midfielders again.
We have to be careful.
I don't think Klopp will make that mistake again. I think once fool me once, fool me twice. You know what I mean? Like, you can't make that mistake again. He has to reinvest. And he has to revitalize that midfield. Has to.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Preds 100% because even if Trent's obviously moved into midfield and the last few games, Curtis Jones has been playing okay. You know, it goes back to what we were saying before. Whether they've been playing or not, he's still part of the squad and these players going to be moving on, right? So Milner, midfielder gone, Ox gone, Naby Keita gone. That's 3 already thinking about it there straight away. And we had Melo on loan. Melo's gone. So that's 4 midfielders that's gone. So,
Mellow.
Yeah, we can't rest on our morals there as well. So
I hear that. Of course, we need, like, we getting rid of them players. We need to be replacing them. But I can't even say that they've really contributed much.
Those players, no, I agree with you. But as you said, if we look at next season as a default, right? We start next season going in once again for 4 trophies. All right. Our squad are going to have to function much, much, much better than they did this season. And with that, we're going to need squad depth, squad quality, and squad depth. So we're definitely, I mean, you know, offensively, we've got a lot of offensive players, but midfield,
we're fine.
Yeah, midfield, it'll be absolutely crazy if we was to go into next season without purchasing some midfielders.
And Moa, listen, I didn't ignore that comment, mate.
You're getting told off, Lee.
You know what I mean? And be talking about them at the same time. And this is something that we've spoken about many times on this show already, yeah? But we'll just let you know about selling Mohamed Salah.
You know what? I got to be honest, you know my thoughts on this. Like, you know, he's done well for us, Egyptian King and all that. But if there's an opportunity to sell him, then yes, agreed, I'd sell him. Yesterday, he done my Sweden. He absolutely done my Swede. Like,
well, I fully agree. I fully agree. To be honest, him and Nunes yesterday.
Yeah,
Nunes was poor yesterday.
Lost. It was like a lost schoolboy.
Yeah, thank you. It's like he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, some of the runs he was making was just random runs. There was one where Trent Alexander's running through, and he's waiting for him to just make a run. You know, peel off centre half, and then he's made a run late on, and it just didn't work. It didn't work.
He made a run late on and turned his back when Trent passed the ball to him.
Yeah, so
Trent
it's like
fuming.
But he'd actually run off an offside position, but the run he initially made was poor. He done my head in, but he's going to grow. Like, I hope that he's going to, you know, have some time at the club and he's going to nurture. Salah, on the other hand, like, yes, his statistics there show, he's a goal scorer, absolutely. But some of the other bits and pieces that he needs to be doing better, like on the ball, like. They nearly scored in the last minute yesterday because Salah couldn't keep the ball again.
Yep. Once again. But VW says that Salah's statistics show otherwise. It's our season that makes him look bad.
I'm 50-50 with that. Like, yeah, you know, in the struggling side, it's brilliant that he's scored the amount of goals that he's scored in a side that obviously hasn't done great. But for a player who, you know, who's got the status that he has, I'd expect him to do I'd expect him to score those goals. He's a goal scorer, but I'd also would like him to also add a little bit more to his game and show a bit more to his game, like passing and having a touch and like just didn't work for me yesterday. And that's not the first time he's played like that either.
And Vinny, he goes on to say his standards have been below his exceptionally highest levels. This is why there's so many shots being fired, because he set the bar so high.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, he isn't that far off them other guys.
No.
He's not that far off them other guys. When you're talking numbers, he's not. So to be fair, at some point you'd have to say that other players around him have let us down, defensive wise, midfield and defensive wise. But also you have to remember that he is part of a team. So you know what? If you are like the talisman, then you know what? You have to roll your sleeves up and dig in with the team, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he works hard. Look, never going to say Mo Salah doesn't work hard, and he scored some exceptional goals for Liverpool, and I'm sure he will score some more. It was just, for me, it's just the details of it, like assists, setting up play. There was a couple of times yesterday where his final ball was atrocious. Like, we could have seriously a better decision on the ball. Like, if you got De Bruyne, maybe it's a different player. Maybe it's a wrong player to compare him to. But like I'm saying, if you got people like De Bruyne in that position or Odegaard in that position, those passes are getting through. And I know Salah's not the same type of player, but as a football player, you should at elite level, and he's, like you said, his levels are exceptional. I just want him to show a little bit more. I'm just maybe am I being greedy? I mean, am I?
I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so. He loses the ball too cheaply for me. He does.
Yeah.
He does. He has done, and it cost us.
It cost us. And then it's like he'll pop up with a goal, and all is forgiven. Like it's not even forgiven. All is forgotten. So the last few months I've been watching a little bit more in detail with Salah, and his detail in the games and his touch and he could. I don't know. Who am I to say he could do better? I mean, who am I to say?
So Mo says that Kate is this guy. Can't believe we paid that much money for him. Don't worry about that, mate. He's gone. He also goes on to say, I'm tired of him. We need fresh blood. Talking about Salah. He was a headless horse. We normally say headless chicken, bro. Headless horse, okay. And he said people keep forgetting that he's on 400k a week.
Yeah, and when you're getting 400k a week, you should be pulling up trees every week.
I don't care, bro. Numbers are not everything in football. We all watch the matches. He has been poor. The disrespect, never compare Salah to KDB. KDB is on another level.
I know. It was just the first person that came to my mind. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. It was just an example. That was.
They are. They're two different players, though.
They are two different
players. Oh my gosh! Now he's gone a bit too far. I said he's an average footballer at best.
No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Come on.
Where I'm coming from,
he was doing all right before that.
Now, where I'm coming from, listen, if I love the guy, man. If I didn't love the guy, I wouldn't be saying all this. Otherwise, I'd be like, you know what, it's all right. I'm coming from love. It's coming from a love from here.
Well, look, there's lots of things that are going to happen. Obviously, since we purchased Salah, I think his numbers and his performances have been amazing. Has he hit the levels that we expected of him this season? No, but our club collectively haven't been that good. And I know we've spoken about on previous shows as well. If the price is right, he may well move on. I think there's rumblings at PSG at the moment about whether the ultras want Messi or Neymar to remain there. So we may get a little sneaky bid somewhere and Salah moves on. We never know. Football's quite strange.
He says he thinks we got a mole in the chat. Yep. Listen, well, as we've spoken about this, man, many a times, bro. We sold the wrong player last summer. Salah should have been sold, not Mane. I miss Mane.
That's interesting. But you know what, Lee? I know. Sorry, just going to chuck something in there. Like, obviously, things haven't worked out for him at at Bayern Munich at the current moment. And if you believe the rumours that, he may be on the way out, would you guys be open to him returning
No.
to Liverpool?
No. Me, absolutely no. I think I've mentioned it on previous shows. I'm just specifically speaking as somebody who absolutely loves Liverpool. I'm not into players from Liverpool leaving and coming back. If you've left, thank you. Enjoy your next journey and do what you ever need to do in the future. To my knowledge, we probably had 2 in the past. Rushy went away, but it's obviously just to make sure he got a bit of money on the tax when he went out to Juve and then came back. And then we did it with Robbie Fowler as well, didn't we? But other than that, nah, I'm not into that. Just move on and all praise be to you, man.
Vinny says that Messi could be going back to Barcelona, apparently.
They may struggle. They can't. Yeah, that may be something as well, Vinny. I think they've actually have an issue currently registering, even even registering collectively a lot of their players now. So, as I said, once again, we just watch his space.
Yep. Bingy says Salah's record for us is phenomenal, but he hasn't played to the level we've seen him before. Mr. R&B.
Good evening, guys. Let me apologize. I am actually doing the man thing and packing. I'm actually going away to Manchester tomorrow, and I'm actually just packing my clothes as we speak. The typical man thing. So that's why you can't see my face, because I'm.
See, that is the man thing. You know what I mean? Packing the night before.
He's normally eating at this time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank you for coming, man. Morris, he disagrees. He says we need him badly, but we've got like a number of players who play on that side, man.
Yeah, three players have come in since Mane, and like Mane, they'll take a little while to settle in, and I'm sure they'll be well. So we've obviously had, even 4 players. So obviously Gakpo can play over that side. We've had Jota. Let's even 5 then, and we're actually forgetting about my young Fabio Carvalho can play over that side as well.
Well,
so I'm saying players have actually come in.
He may no longer be with us.
I know. Don't say that. It's going to hurt my heart, Arties. I need to sleep tonight. Don't give me that stress, please, brother.
When I read that, I thought of Stoney straight away.
The talk is now that the interest is really hotting up, and there's been certain conversations between Liverpool and Brighton for McAllister. Brighton already saying that that's where Milner will be going on a free, but they want Carvalho as part of the deal to take McAllister. So this is the talk.
Logic says, and remember, logic says that would be good for us because we do need a midfielder. But my silly heart still would not want that deal, because I would like to see Carvalho have an opportunity to see what he's capable of doing before he does move on. So I'd find it hard. But as I said, my head's all over the place on that.
What is this guy talking about?
Yeah.
He can't dribble, he can't pass, he can't shoot, he just scores jammy goals.
Is this on Monday?
Listen,
I think this is someone from the Man United agenda changed their name to come
I'm not sure about this, man. I said even Jota is better than Salah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Barker looking to offload some players to allow Messi to come back.
And he's going to take a 25% pay cut if that does happen.
And Bingy says that Julia should never have sold Salah. He said he's still not over it. Flipping it.
Biggie, you're dread, bruv. You're dread. Seriously. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Boy.
Yeah, they've resigned to losing him. They're going for a guy from Watford. I wonder if that's that Yao Pedro.
Yeah, we've got to come with facts. If we can't be coming with no wishy-washy out here.
Innit? Vinny, is it Yao Pedro? The only player I can be thinking of.
That guy from what are you talking about? Watford Football Club or someone that works at Watford?
Or Watford
Costco?
Junction. Yeah, Watford Junction. Tracy.
I don't know what guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
Be specific.
Yeah, no, Bingy, that's exactly what I would do. I'd loan him to Brighton and let him get some first team experience. Damn right.
Well, like, to be honest, we should have left him at Fulham.
No, because you know what I think with that Tabrice, wasn't it that he's, and correct me, right? This is just me thinking, I may be incorrect. I think his contract was expiring anyway, because remember he was going to go on a free, and then didn't he have to pay like 18 million pounds or something like that for
No,
him?
we paid about 7, bro.
7, okay.
7.
To make sure we get him. But as you said, if he's not going to be with us, do it on a loan. I don't wish for him to actually be sold. I want to see him actually have an opportunity to see how he actually play. We were so patient to actually, so patient with that purchase anyway. I'd love to know behind the scenes what's actually happened, or why he hasn't had the opportunity. Has he had injuries? Is it that his performances haven't been up to the level that Klopp and our coaching staff would have liked? I don't know. I don't have the question to that, but yeah, give him a chance.
I mean, end of the day, and sorry, mate. Right, end of the day, I think Klopp and the coaching staff see him every day. And look, we all know that he's a potential talent. Maybe it just isn't his moment at this particular time. Like, who knows? Like, next season, if he does stay with us, it might be. Sorry, Travis, go on after you, mate.
Yeah. You know what? I have to totally agree. I mean, if you kind of think about it, when Jota had his long-term injury, when Salah was out of form, and when Diaz had his long-term injury, Diaz has come straight in. Like he's not even had chance to even settle, and he's straight into the first team. So that must mean, I don't think he's at the, I don't know. I just don't think he's at the levels yet. Do I think he's going to reach the levels? I don't think. I don't think so. I think he would. I have a feeling that he actually wants to move rather than us wanting to loan him out. I think he needs a move away from Liverpool, a clean break, because there's something definitely happening. And again, Curtis Jones has come straight in as well. So it just doesn't look good.
Oh, you're gonna break Stoney's heart, man.
Big time.
You're breaking Stoney's heart.
That's not even a joke, believe me. You know, when a big man has to use the word upset, I'm really being serious.
I thought I was going to see Stoney's bottom lip quiver.
You understand? Yeah. Good evening, Demas. Nice to have you on board, sir. Hey, you're throwing it away, Demas, mate. Throwing it away, man. Game in hand at 1 point, 11 points clear. It's all gone down the drain, son. Nah,
it happens to the best of teams.
That lady hasn't sung just yet.
Nah, it's gone. It's gone.
Right. He says, Vinny's saying, yep, Brighton gonna get Pedro.
Okay.
So that'll be their replacement for McAllister when he comes to us.
Yeah, good luck to him.
Pingy, be careful what you say, mate. They may hold you for conspiracy or contempt or something. He says if you ever knew what thoughts was going through his mind about Houllier. But it says, and lastly, with Salah, the Salah thing, imagine how much money we will save by selling him. His salary is ridiculous.
Yeah, but he's worth it though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He may have done a Zaha and what's one of Klopp's daughters.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Conspiracy theories.
Can we say Klopp Talk has got no?
Even Costas needs to play more. Hopefully, he doesn't leave us. Yeah, well, this is the thing that I'm seeing right now is that Tsimikas is talking about wanting more football. Kelleher, our keeper, who I definitely don't want to go. He's another one. He wants more football, but you got to be on your P's and Q's to be removing Ali, man. Trust me. And I think you have to be content right now with Carabao Cup games. You know what I mean, and playing the lesser likes of some low division teams if we get in the FA Cup and stuff like that. For me, you have to be resilient, man, and learn your trade right now.
But I mean, I see on the other on his point of view, he's a young player who's gone through the Liverpool academy and through the Liverpool system, and you know he's played some really important games for us as well.
Yeah.
And he wants to be a number one somewhere. He wants to go out and play, and you know it's one of those like, yes, we'd love him to stay, but then you know he's young, he's a footballer, he wants to build a career for himself, and at this present moment, the only time he can do that is away from Liverpool. Like you said, he has to move heaven and earth to move Ali out the goal at the moment. Ali can go on for another 5 years. So you know, it's I can see his dilemma of it as well.
So that's another one. He wants first team football. And going back to Tsimikas, he was another one. He was poor. He was poor yesterday against Fulham, man. It was not a good performance at all by him. Oh, I tell you.
No, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, mate.
Yeah, his positional sense, when he had the ball, he gave it away too much. Yeah, it wasn't a good look for him, man.
His decision making, there was one time you can see, right, I think it was in the second half, where Jordan Henderson's gone to close someone down. So he's automatically closing someone down, thinking and assuming that Tsimikas has then made that movement as well. All right, he hasn't made that movement. You can see Henderson berating Tsimikas, and because Tsimikas is in no man's land, and all of a sudden they then put a ball down the right, our left-hand side.
Yes,
broke down the side. You remember that?
Yeah.
That's because Tsimikas had no positional sense. He was like caught in no man's land when he should have been. As soon as Hendo went, he goes. That's the way we play. If we don't do that, we get punished.
Demo says, he says, I'm a realist. He knew he couldn't sustain it. Hope we buy better than we have and we go again. But he says, thank you, Jota, for restoring peace and quiet in North East London. You better buy him a drink, Jabba. You better buy him a drink, Demas, mate. This guy can be jokes. If Salah gets the player of the season due to his jammy goals over Ali, I would go steal the trophy from his house and break it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I'll drive you there, mate. I'll drive you there. If he gets it,
he's giving us a joke, man. He says that Salah can't dribble, can't shoot, only scores jammy goals.
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Beautiful thing about Cop Talk, everyone's got an opinion.
Exactly.
Ingy says, I'd loan out Kelleher and get back better backup than Adrian.
So that's that. Even with that, and as you said, that's a good comment there by Bingy. We'd almost need to bring in 2 goalkeepers then, because I think Adrian's contract's up at the end of this summer as well. So we'd have to end up bringing in 2 goalkeepers. And you know, look, the world's massive. I'm not saying there's not 2 goalkeepers out there. So we have to trust in our coaching and scouting staff. So you're right. If that's an option, then I'm sure we'll embrace it.
It's all well getting another goalkeeper. It's about getting another goalkeeper who'd be satisfied sitting on the bench.
That's true.
That's right.
And you know, like I have to tip off my hat to him as well, because he could easily be at Liverpool, collect a decent wage, possibly get a few more trophies, but he actually wants to go out and actually play football. That's so like who are we to?
It's short, man.
To kind of begrudge him, yeah, exactly.
Football career is short. It's got a long career, so you want to get them games in, man.
Yeah, he's international as well, you know, and so.
Says a lot, though, isn't it? Says a lot, mate. But mind you, Harry Maguire doesn't play, and he still starts.
Don't open it. Why have you gone there?
But it's true.
Yeah.
He still bloody starts, mate. They actually gave Nunes a 5 for that performance. They gave Tsimikas a 6
Mm.
and Nunes a 5.
That's like against Fulham.
Yep, against Fulham.
Okay.
Which, to be
I
fair,
can't. Yeah. I can't help right that the Fulham game was just a complete absolute. It was like I think the performance. I'm not going to say it's inept. It was we won the game, but it was just such a disjointed, no fluidity, lack of ideas, to the point where Fulham come to like every other team has come to Anfield at some point. They actually thought they played good football and they opened us up a few times. The reverse pass that boy played, I thought, oh my god, that's it, 1-1.
Yeah.
well, like they're saying, and a lot of people were saying, if Mitrovic and Pereira was fit,
It'd
we'd have been in trouble.
game. Yeah, I thoroughly agree with you because they played
Vinicius.
they played Vinicius.
That
up front.
Vinicius,
And
shocking.
what's his name?
Shocking.
Lukovic or something like that.
Yeah, Lukovic in midfield, and Carney. There was the Scottish international played behind Vinicius. So I do agree with what Preds was saying. There was parts of the game where we were just like plodding along, and that was actually quite frustrating to see. There was no extra gear. We were literally going through the motions, and I'm not saying that we were treating Fulham with disrespect, but there was no urgency about it. Was it to do with the different players that actually started? We mentioned before with DS starting for the first time over on the left, with Tsimikas obviously playing over on the left as well. But yeah, we were just plodding. It was, and the combination that Preds and Artie mentioned at the beginning of the show about Nunes still looking out of sorts and disjointed, but we were just going through the motions there. And yeah, we won 1-0, but if we had drawn that game, I think we would have been quite frustrated. So quite
definitely. I think the first 10 minutes is like we came out the blocks and we was on them, and I thought, oh, we could be in for a couple there tonight, lads. We could be in for a couple, and then after that, it just pitted out.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, and like you said, it's just like going through the motions. And even like Fred said, he used that word earlier, like running out of ideas. Because I was lost, man. From the first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, we look like we're on stuff. But then when I check it out now, and we had all that, we had like 16 shots and only 3 on target.
Yeah.
At home against a team that's struggling at the moment. Fulham ain't really been doing too well. They've been going down the opposite way down the table.
Yeah.
And not been doing too well. Or could you say that sometimes, you know what? The games are catching up with us. Like you said, we played a good few games in a short matter of time.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know whether anyone caught it, but there was a moment where Henderson got the ball late on, and he's running down the line, and eventually got a throw on, and the camera quickly went on to Henderson and the other lad and on Fulham lad, and they must have been having a bit of a chat, and you can see Hendo going, "I've had to do that because I'm fucked."
Robertson. Hendo and Robertson.
Henderson and Robertson, yeah.
Yeah.
Hendo turned around going, "Yeah, I am fucked." All right. It's strange that you say that. It's funny you say that, Lee, because it did look like we run out of gas. We were literally hanging on, hanging on. Even with those subs that came on, yeah, we were hanging on against a Fulham side that, like you said, is going in the opposite direction to us. So, but listen, we got the win, 3-1.
Exactly.
I mean,
I was glad for the clean sheet as well.
And the clean sheet as well, yeah. Ali made a great save. Great couple of saves, but the second save with his right hand. Oh.
Yeah, that was a big save. Even VVD made a good clearance.
Yeah.
First half as well. Made a good clearance.
So
yeah, that was.
But yeah, this was a game that I was looking forward to anyway because Paulinho played. So
you know what?
Yeah,
I'm surprised you waited so long.
I was trying not to mention it, man.
Nah, listen, you weren't getting away with that, I was coming for that as well.
Hey, that boy looked good.
I always like to do that. When us, we're our own team talk about players and we say, yeah, man, we'd like to have him at our team. Yeah. I love and judge them when they play against us.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is this. He played against us
Mm.
with a midfield that we're talking about, we're tired of, we want to get a new midfield in. And he didn't do squat for me.
Mark, do you know what? I think
No,
he's
he made a lot of fouls.
Mm.
I
And
know
that's what he does sometimes. He breaks up play. I mean,
but come on, breaking up play, man. I mean, that winning the ball.
Yeah, he did.
Barely.
I think he did. I think if anything, he played alongside, as he said, Lukic. Lukic. That's a new pairing with him. He's used to playing with Pereira, and I just think they played the 4-2-3-1. He was actually Fulham's man of the match, and I'm not just saying that because I actually like the player myself, but he was a good screen in front of Diop.
That went hard for them.
No, but he was a good screen in front of Diop, and I'm not going to give the impression that I can pronounce the other centre back's name that begins with A. I can't remember him, but he was a good screen there. I think he still did a lot of covering for Kiani, who was playing in front of Vinicius there as well. Yeah. So I think in terms of the energy, in terms of covering a lot of play, breaking up, I think he did what he needed to do there as well. What is he, 27? I personally think he'd be a good addition to us.
I just say that I weren't impressed.
No problem.
Impressed. I've seen him play a lot better in other games.
Yeah,
and maybe that was a good point because it's true because Pereira wasn't there. And they built up a partnership together. But I've seen him play a lot better, and to me, I weren't impressed. And I was like, why would I really want to go and lash out that money for this guy? I wanted to impress against my team. Another one I watched today as well, and I had a close eye on him, was McAllister again. And I can't honestly say that I'm like 70 million they want.
I think they'll have that premium on him. One, because I think he's actually shown his worth in the Premiership. I think he's shown he can look after himself in the Premiership. He can play a series of positions in midfield. I mean, Brighton have shown, not just with their new manager, but with Potter as well, you can play McAllister in any position there in midfield. You can play him even sometimes when they played that 3-4-2-1, he can play on either of those two positions behind the forward. He can play either of the central midfield roles. He can play on the left side of midfield or on the right-hand midfield, and he never, ever looks out of place. So I agree with you in terms of that 70 mil. I think for the going price, if you compare that price with McAllister to the price that Chelsea have played for Enzo, then I think that's a good price. That's just my personal opinion in there. So, and as he said, he's ready-made for the Premiership. Yeah. So,
I just didn't see 70 million worth of player tonight, though. I'll tell you that much. Good evening, Mr. Fitzwarren. How we doing, sir? Look at that, Fitzwarren Brighton. Yeah, love that. See?
Yeah.
We're talking about Brighton. Why is Adrian even still a Liverpool player? Just don't get it. What? So, come on, man. Can't be talking them negative talk, man. About players.
Only positivity out here. Motaz. But hey, you know what?
Man said Hendo is better than Salah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He doesn't know nothing. No, come on. Let's.
I think somebody's been eating too much Skittles midweek. It's Thursday. Save the sweeties until the weekend.
Those E numbers. Hey, but you know what? Stoney, I agree with you. Paulino, I think he done really well against us, and in actual fact, it gave me a chance to actually see him do, offensively, and he actually done a little bit more than what I thought he would do offensively. But he done all the dirty work that people don't see, and don't appreciate sometimes, and he actually upset our rhythm quite a lot of times. We done it ourselves with really bad touches and really bad decisions or poor decisions in the final pass. But in actual fact, he's, like you said, he screened really, really well. And he broke up our thing. He broke. The reason why we didn't have too much fluidity is because he broke it down quite a lot. Whether that's because that's poor play on us, or whether he's just a good player.
And him winning the World Cup, that's definitely going to put more money on his price as well. Marta says him and Trent in midfield would be naughty.
I agree with you though, Lee. I don't see McAllister as 70 mil.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, but I mean that's the going rate now. Like,
Yeah.
70 mil is think about it. Like, he's a World Cup winner. He literally allowed Messi to actually play. Like, he was probably one of the standout players apart from Messi, Mbappe. You would be looking at McAllister next. So 70 million. How old is he? 23?
Right, yeah, 23, 24, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's kind of not even reached his prime yet.
Yeah.
What is he?
Yeah, but I just hope that that's not the only signing we make.
No, it can't be.
Yeah, we
It
can't
can't
just we need more than that.
But what is McAllister? Is he in number 8? Is he in number 6? Is he in number
He can play
10?
like you said, he can play 7 of them
He can
roles,
play.
man.
He can. Yeah, he can
I
play in
ain't gonna
such a
lie,
series of
He's
positions.
doing well. He's got this season. He's got 10 goals and 3 assists.
Okay.
And that's more than any of our midfielders.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than any of our midfielders.
That might be more than a couple of them put together.
Yeah.
Them 10 goals, I tell you.
Mm.
So yeah, he's got 10 goals and 3 assists, and I think only 1 or 2 of them might be a pen, if I remember rightly.
Okay.
He's only taken 1 or 2 penalties for Brighton, so
Must do my homework on him.
can get a goal as well. So yeah. Right, gentlemen, we've got 4 games left. But obviously we need to rely on other results. So I think best we can hope for is 5th place, to be honest.
Yeah,
Thursday night football.
I think it is.
Rebuild and come again, as they say.
Yeah. So I think is he right? We got the 4 games. I think home game next against Brentford. It's going to be interesting.
Leicester,
and then we got Villa as well, haven't we?
Villa and Southampton.
We've got 2 Villa supporters. I'll communicate with you after show, RT. But we've got 2 Aston Villa supporters who've been asking all season to actually come on to be involved.
Serious?
In the pre-show for the Cop Talks. I'll speak with you privately.
No problem.
But they've been asking to come on. So I said I'll have to speak to the main man as in RT first. And
I'm gonna have to start opening up a ballot for this. Everybody wants to come on Cop Talk.
You know what? Yeah. I'm surprised that you 2 old boys,
What?
I'm surprised. You've been around long enough to know that anything can happen in this game we call football. Anything can happen. And I told you last week, until it's mathematically impossible, I still believe we're going to get that 4th place.
That would make it more sweeter than taking it away from the Manx. Come on, that would be
that'd be the cherry on the top, wouldn't it?
Okay, right, peoples. We are gonna have to leave it here tonight, and we will be back next week Thursday as we do. Remember, it's all about Cop Talk each and every Thursday, 10 o'clock. So like we say, till whenever. You know what I mean? 4 games to go, but do look out, peoples. Do look out for end of season. We will have some fun things going on. Cop Talk will still be ongoing. Don't worry about that. You won't be left out. We'll have some fun things going to keep you interested in, to get you lot involved as well. Okay, so R&B, it was nice of you to join us, mate. Safe travels tomorrow, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into Manchester for a birthday, but I'll be back on Sunday. What actually? I keep.
Are you not with us on Sunday, Therese?
Sunday, 100%.
You better be.
100%.
Brilliant. Excellent. Here we go. This is a lovely way to end the show. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, big up, wonderful show. Just want to say, I come here to promote it like a WWE. It's going to be a massive game. We're playing Cop TV, Man United Agenda Best, Cop TV, Raiders Lane, 3 o'clock kickoff. If you're in the area, please come down and check it out. All these wonderful people will be here. And yes, I'm going to get my boots on. And hopefully, I'll be up against Tabrice or Stoney or Alvin. Who knows? But,
I say this with well wishes. If you're in midfield, you will not see me. You'll get nowhere near me, sir.
All you're going to see is smoke.
for your tactics, whoever your manager is, I pray on Monday you are not in midfield up against me. I do not wish to run rings around you. Okay,
that's what I want to hear. We love you guys. I mean, it's going to be war on Sunday for 45 minutes. So whatever happens,
you play Bob Marley.
Woo!
Huh? You play Bob Marley.
This is just a disclaimer. Whatever happens to you guys on the pitch, remember we're still friends, yeah? Get nuts or
Absolutely.
something. Remember, after the game, I will buy you a drink. We can still be friends.
Listen,
right?
you know, when we cross that white line, it's on. But once we come back off that pitch, listen, I have a brandy with you, not a problem.
I don't want you to be upset because you know what? You got tucked in tonight by Brighton, and then we're just gonna mash up your weekend.
All right.
You know what I mean?
A double whammy, innit?
Yeah, well, I don't want you to hold it against me, yeah?
I will not hold anything against you.
Okay.
Guys, make sure if you're down in the area, come and join in. And we'd like one of you to come on the show tomorrow. One of our Man United Agenda shows. We've got one at 10 p.m., one at 8:30, just to promote it so we can get more people down to view it and get this going, get it lively. Tabriz, are you there?
I'm always here, brother.
Okay.
I'm always here.
Don't be hiding from me.
Always here.
Okay.
Listen,
make sure
you know
when
what?
you go to Manchester or something, make sure you come back on time and no excuses about.
Wow. Listen, you know what?
Yeah.
Man's trying to say you're ducking out to Reese.
Wow. You know what? I've made so many videos. Just ready, you know.
Hey, that's been brilliant, by the way. Those videos have been absolutely brilliant.
And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, guys. I'm not fit or anything else, but I've got enough to get by you guys. No problem at all. Problem at all. And yeah, just forgive me. I know it's a Sunday, day of peace. I will go to church maybe Sunday morning, get there, eat a bread and wine, and pray that you don't get too close to me. Because like Privy
so
said,
much waffle. He's waffling.
He's just, you know what it is?
Waffle.
He's going to be like British Rail time. He's no late. That's what it is.
All right. Enough of me. That's my promo. One of you come on the show tomorrow, please, and promote this game.
Definitely.
Thank you.
100%.
You be safe Monday. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday, man.
Look forward to seeing you Sunday, mate.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, blessings, man. Blessings.
Later.
Blessings, man.
All right, Zach. Please, brother. Yeah, so one of you lot can do that because I won't be about tomorrow night. So one of you lot can feel free.
I'll jump. I'll probably jump. I'll jump on and I'll make sure we fly the flag for Kop Talk. So I'll jump on.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. That's good.
I done it last time.
Yeah.
The banter should be good with you and your brother as well. That should be good. Should be good fun. Right, gentlemen. We will be back next week, man. So, safe travels to Brees.
Yeah. Literally, when I say I'm actually catching an early train back, so I'm going to be back in the ends around 11, and then I'm going to be at the ground early. Honestly, listen, I can't wait for this. Honestly, I cannot wait.
Don't let a Monday be in your head, you know, bruv. Come on.
Good,
small food, man.
Good. Reds, make sure you got a super glue on them gloves, bro.
Yeah, I'm out there listening, and if anyone's coming down on Sunday, make sure you come fully loaded with loads of ice because we're going to need some ice baths afterwards.
I'm telling you. Yeah. And brother Stoney.
Yeah,
my brother.
Definitely.
And I will see you all on Sunday, man.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it.
All right.
Excellent.
Peace.
See you guys later.
What do they say? Like, share, and subscribe.